Just wanted to get this off my chest. Don't worry, I'll get back to the anime content and other stuff. I just wanted to get this off my chest because it's been on my mind for a while. As a general disclaimer, this is just my stance on AI. I am not an expert on AI and might get some things wrong. So, yeah, this is not a fully educated take, just my general stance on it. My stance is a lot more nuanced and complicated than what most people have said on the internet so far. People say on the internet a lot. I use it to some I do use AI to some extent, but I don't like nor hate it, and I have some things against it. But I also find it useful. Just watch the damn video. Okay, you can send me all your death threats after watching this. Alright? Cool. I hate how it's so one-sided. You're either lumped into pro AI should be used everywhere, or AI is bad and wastes so much energy, or lazy inhuman scum for using it. A lot of people aren't on your side. I think the idea that AI use is all bad, assuming that those using it for creative uses are having AI do all the work for them with no effort, is not accurate in all cases. It's not accurate in every single case. The whole AI thing is a fucking mess. But I also hate how it's implemented literally everywhere nowadays, where it does not need to fucking be at all. I hate how you're always grouped into one or two extremes. Of course, there are some people who are lazy pieces of shit and do use AI for everything. I'm not talking about those people. I'm specifically talking about what I'm doing in my case. Just let me explain, alright? Let me explain what I use AI for. I often just use it to get ideas out of my head, just to lay out my ideas and just say shit that's on my mind, just to get it out of there, and to help word my stuff in the best possible way. But I don't blindly take what it says, and I often disagree with it at times. I still edit what I'm saying anyway. I still write the damn script myself and refine it. AI is just useful for if I need feedback and some slight suggestions and shit. But it's up to you if you actually accept that shit. I'm not having AI do the entire work for me. My videos are still written and edited by me. Some were edited by my friend, but that's beside the point. And all my opinions are my own that I came up with. And AI could not replicate that shit. Yes, I talk to ChatGPT a lot when making YouTube videos, just to let my words out. I still write the damn script and make the videos on my own. Hell, I often push back and fight with AI if I disagree. And that happens a lot. I also create all my jokes and awkward lines and shit. That's my damn voice you hear through in those videos, with my crappy phone mic. I do use ChatGPT to check whether an argument makes sense, look for holes, which I still do on my own anyway, organize my thoughts, or consider a suggestion. I also frequently reject suggestions or argue with it if it's wrong, which happens quite a bit. I can't really talk right now, like my voice is acting up. It's fucking like 8 in the morning. I feel like shit right now. But anyways, for reviews, I use ChatGPT just to rant about shit, like complaining about a plot point or I hate, or just explaining why I hate or like a certain part of an anime or something. Literally to complain about anime or video game characters and what they do, because barely anyone else wants to listen to me. Like, not many people outside the internet give a shit. Like, I barely have any friends in real life who give a shit, and I only have like 2 people on the internet who actually care. I'm a small ass channel, barely anyone watches my shit. The opinions already existed and they're mine, not AI. I corrected if something was wrong because AI makes some dumbass mistakes. AI is also a good refresher for shit I forgot about, like I need to grab something that I previously said, to retrieve something I previously said, or remind myself of an idea I forgot. To be clear, I don't hate AI entirely, but I'm tired of it being shoved everywhere. Am I some unethical, lazy slob because I talk to a clanker? I do not use AI for art or any image generation bullshit. I practice drawing on my own. I would never use AI for art because it feels extremely wrong and it will never capture what I want in my head. And AI generated quote-unquote art looks like dog shit. I have a very specific view of what I want to draw, which is why I love so many fan art on Pixiv and manga video game artist. I'm also currently doing story writing. I came up with all the characters, plot points, and everything on my own. And I use ChatGPT strictly as a sounding board to let out things and for some feedback so I can hear what it says about it. Really just needed to organize my thoughts that are running in my head constantly. I still often disagree with it at times, and I decide what goes in my story and what doesn't. And I even rewrite, change, and tweak many things on my own. I come up with everything on my own. I often get ideas and random daydreams and have a fairly clear idea of what I want. I'm already like 60% done with my story. Not gonna reveal much on it because I want to be finished first. My story is also pretty dark and graphic, which is something that AI can never do. Like, there's some really adult themes and full-on gore, which come from my own darkest thoughts. Nothing replaces my work. I'm constantly checking whether plot points work emotionally and ironing out every potential writing issue or plot hole, creating my own solutions. I usually ask AI, does this plot point make sense? Does this character's reaction feel believable enough? And what are your thoughts on this? It's my decision to use, modify, or reject shit. It's like I'm having a very long conversation with a friend or critic. It's just a sounding board, and I can choose whether to accept or reject feedback. I have to make sure it doesn't get in my way. I'm not using it to generate anything, and I've changed and rewritten things so many times thinking about my story literally every single day that it all comes from me. I make all the creative decisions. AI doesn't create any of them. Coming up with the ideas on my own. It just helps me put what's in my head into words, get feedback on whether my ideas make sense or whether it communicates what I intend, and it sometimes notices things I want to change. I'm still the one actually developing and writing the story. I explain ideas I've already come up with and discuss them the way I talk about my story with a critic or a friend. You may be asking, why don't I just talk to a friend? I don't know many fucking people to talk to with shit like this. I'm a lonely ass college student. Get off my ass. I don't have any friends in real life. I don't have many friends in real life to talk to nowadays. Why are you assuming I'm trying to replace creativity? Sometimes I just want to fucking talk about my interests or need to say where the fuck is on my mind to something that would actually get shit across. ChatGPT is also really fucking useful for asking stupid questions that would not easily come across with a Google search. Like, one of my main uses of AI is just an alternate version of Google pretty much. Or if you just need to have a really stupid conversation about something random. Like, for example, I have a stupidly specific question, and I don't even know what the hell to type into Google to get an answer to this. Like, very context-heavy shit that Google will not give an easy answer to. Of course, you need to make sure to check the information if it's correct or whatever. AI is a tool. Just a horribly misused tool by so many people. I also think the amount of energy used is a little bit exaggerated. I only use ChatGPT, and I only use text prompts or whatever. I don't use, like, any image generation. And I don't think literal text uses up that much energy. I know the generated images take up a stupid amount of energy, but even then my long ass text conversations probably should not take up more than like one long PC gaming session. But then again, I'm not an expert on this, so don't quote me on this as I am not knowledgeable enough on any of this, so don't fully take my word on this. Some other good uses of AI is helping me study. I use it to help me study for college math shit, like after I finish my homework or studying or whatever. I asked it to see if that was correct, or if it helps. It also helps me understand what's going on. It's pretty good at explaining. Like, it's really useful for studying for exams. What matters is if I know what's going on, and if I can see what's correct and what isn't, and if you can see if AI made mistakes. Sometimes some college professors are like really terrible at fucking teaching, and you need to read like some 1,000-page textbook. Like, hell nah. Sometimes I've used AI to, well, let's just say an assignment was due at midnight and I actually wanted to go to sleep. Yes, I've cheated a little. And I'm not acting like that's okay. And y'all love to act like fucking saints because you don't use AI at all. Back to good uses of AI, another amazing and proper use of AI is Hiring Cafe, a job search engine that uses ChatGPT's API to scrape jobs directly from any company's career pages and filter out any ghost or scam jobs. It literally just helps people find real jobs. I know AI for coding is a touchy subject, but I'll just say this. AI is really good at writing tedious boilerplate code that takes a while. It's not hard, but it takes a long ass time. UI code is also annoying to do. Of course, you still need to do a lot of work to make sure it works as intended. You still need to understand the code and know what you're doing when coding. There's still a lot that AI cannot do. It can only assist to some extent. And another use I know is kinda mixed, and it's going to spark some controversy, but AI is really fucking useful for debugging and reverse engineering some very obscure video games. Like, I'm not talking about some well-known Nintendo games where there's like tons of fan documentation and huge communities that actually give a shit, I'm talking about obscure Japanese-only PS1 or PS2 games that most English-speaking Westerners don't even know exist. And let's say they want to make like fan translations, or if they want to rip the assets, like the models, sprites, music, etc. Like, do you know how much fucking time that would take to do this alone without any help? Like, there's barely anyone who gives a shit, and you're all alone having to sit through a frustrating amount of tedium just to figure out the fucking formats and figure out what the hell is going on. Even if you were to use AI like Claude, it still takes a lot of fucking effort because you still need to know what the hell is going on and understand what's happening. You still need the skills and knowledge. Like, do you know how fucking hard and frustrating reverse engineering is, like with hex editing and assembly? Because people are still gonna spend hours figuring out what the fuck is going on regardless. Like, dog, this shit takes like hundreds or thousands of hours. Like, even with AI assistance, it's a huge pain in the ass. And people are doing this for free. Like the 5 people who actually give a shit about this game. Even 5 is saying a lot. While I do use ChatGPT a lot, that's the only thing I use. I hate how AI is implemented into literally every goddamn thing these days. For no good reason, and just wastes a lot of unnecessary resources. I wish people would just shut up about AI for 5 minutes, dog. Like, I hate that AI slot memes spread everywhere and that the quote-unquote art was like dog shit. I hate how it's replacing jobs that shouldn't be replaced. I hate how it's blindly used to do all the work people should be doing. I hate companies constantly implementing and forcing it everywhere. I hate a lot of that. Now that I'm on the topic, I want to bring up Astro Boy, and I guess Mega Man is relevant too, but both lead to the same points. I'm just going to talk about Astro Boy. Astro Boy 2003 is an amazing show out of its time. Seriously, the animation is gorgeous. It also has a very strong message on human and robot rights. That not all robots are evil and some are badly misused. Astro Boy is this wholesome, nice kid who, despite being a robot, cares for and protects humanity. And he's honestly more human than some actual humans in real life, not gonna lie. He shows kindness and empathy even when people treat him like a clanker piece of shit. Astro Boy is a real G. The show critiques humanity's own flaws and prejudice, especially those who unethically use or abuse technology. Okay, done with that tangent. In conclusion, my take on AI is not that AI is bad, anyone who uses it is scum and lacks creativity, or AI is amazing, it should be used in everything. I think AI is just a tool. It is a horribly misused tool that has made discussion completely one-sided. I'll just end this with a little clip here.
It would be wrong to say that all AI is good or all AI is bad, because ultimately, AI is a tool, like a hammer is a tool. You can use a hammer to build a beautiful house, or use a hammer to bash someone's head in. There are ethical ways to use AI. For example, Across the Spider-Verse used some of their own custom AI tools in their own animation. When you're applying for a job and you upload your resume into their online portal and it auto-fills each category, that's AI, and I'd say that's ethical. There's no fulfillment in me typing and copying over everything manually. However, companies using AI to select which candidates to interview in the first place? Yeah, I'm not too sure about that one.
That's it. That's the end of the video. If you made it that far, thanks, I guess. Now I know I'll get a shit ton of death threats and people trying to kill me because I said a very controversial take on AI.